What's up? Real quick, this is for people who watch this video later on. I feel like we get quite a few views in the evenings and overnight. If you're watching this after the fact and it's not live, I try to put timestamps in a pinned comment or any trades or anything that's important. So check that if you want to skip all the boring stuff. Now, to everybody who is here, live and in person, how are we doing? Whoa, Zendy. Appreciate it, man. Welcome to the club. I don't know what we're calling ourselves. But you got a nice little rat egg there. So enjoy the rat egg. And for the December giveaway, that was going to only go to somebody who's a member. But after December, it will not be limited to members only. I just wanted to do members only, at least for the first month. Maybe we'll do it again in the future, like another members only giveaway or something like that. But at least for the first month in December, the only people eligible will be for Zendy. Ben, good morning. No, Zendy, I appreciate you guys. And me saying thank you is not enough to you guys. I'm just some random dude trying to trade. And it seems like I'm doing something right because I get a lot of support from you all. So I really appreciate it. I wasn't expecting that. When I started YouTube, I thought my first year was going to be like me making videos and then only me watching them. But it kind of not like took off, but gained a lot more attention than I was expecting, for the better, because a lot of you guys have helped me. I've went over this before, but you guys have helped me like look at an ICT, give me tips, things like that. I was a little all over the place a long time ago. I still may be, but oh, don't worry, I'm not putting a goddamn prop firm discount banner. You've heard how I feel about them. I kind of don't like them, but they're kind of necessary if you don't have money. And that's where I am. Like I don't like so I have this account with real money, but if it wasn't for prop firms, I wouldn't have been able to keep trading this whole time. So it's like a necessary evil almost. You just have to go into it with a nice or with the correct like mindset. But no, there won't be any. Someone would have to pay me a lot of money to put like banners and crap on here. I kind of like the way our setup looks aesthetically. I made these little. I just put these little black borders around the windows because it needed something. I don't really care for them too much. I wasn't sure what else to do. I want some type of. I don't know. I think I could spice them up a little bit too. But this would look ugly if we just had started putting banners everywhere. I think that would be pretty cool. I'm trying to think how we would do that. Umar, what's going on? Delta, can't have too much sex wax. I haven't taken anything. Umar, I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, I saw you popped in the Discord chat. Hopefully you've been doing good. I know you're catching some good moves the last time I saw you. Yeah, I'll look at I mean, I don't know if I have time to do that right now, but we so getting it, I think the API probably for Streamlabs would probably be easy. But then I need a platform to display that on the chart. I don't know how, I'm not sure. I don't know. Something that we could look into. Are you into like programming and stuff? How do you even know the term API? Who are you? I can't remember if you're in the Discord or not, but oh well, damn. I'm interested in who you are and what you do. So hit me up in Discord and we will talk later. I made a little a so I used to stream games. Nothing like this has gotten way more attention trading. That's why I stopped doing the gaming stuff. But I don't know if you're aware in like video games like first person shooters have like a flash bomb and it makes your whole screen go white or depending on the game makes your whole screen go white and then you can't see for a couple seconds or whatever. I made a little program that I was like, this would be cool if I could sell it to streamers because what it would do was it was like a little program that you open up on your computer while you're playing games, and if you're a streamer and you're streaming, and then if somebody did like a donation, they could flash bomb you without having a flash in the game. But it would be a way for the streamer to make money, but it would be a way for the viewers to interact with the streamer. And if like the streamer's like in a fight or whatever and someone wanted to donate like $5 and flash them in the middle of a fight, they could. And what the program would do is just open up a huge white screen over everything so they can't see. um and then after so many seconds it goes away and then they could continue playing. I thought it was pretty freaking cool. And I got it to work like testing and I was trying it live and it wasn't like working, but I only tried it on YouTube. I needed, I think Twitch streaming would have been better. Well, like, yeah, it would get out of hand, Zendy, but at the same time, if people keep flashing you, they're having to donate money. So the person who's playing, I mean, yeah, it's gonna mess up their gaming, but I don't know. I thought it'd be a fun way to interact with viewers. Plus, the streamer would obviously make a little bit extra more money than they normally would just because there are people being there who want to do that. Yeah, I think I had a timeout. So it would, yeah. I had a timeout. So at least there was like a few seconds in between. And then you could probably also add like a timeout per person or something. Ben, I don't know if I don't want to do that for trading. Freaking someone messed me up when I'm in the middle of a trade. Look at this little I might take this. I'm gonna go to TopStep and buy right here and put a sell down here. Nope, this needs to be lower. We're just on a TopStep account. I just wanted to try this because sometimes we open up in a decent little setup, and I kind of just wanted to see if it plays out, which is why we don't normally do this. Man, I just want a little like 10, 20 point pump, and then we can get out. I just saw that and I liked the way it looked. That setup, low, high, lower, low, we displaced up, and then we're opening up right in that fair value gap. So just want to see if it respects it or not. I've been meaning to, I want to go back and back test and see how often that happens. But especially seeing it on the 5-minute chart. Can we just get a little pump to like 60 ish? Might just end up taking this. So we're at like $500. F it. It might run, but I'm trying to be very conservative on this TopStep account. We just started these accounts this week and we're up 1,200 on it. But I also do things like that, getting into 2 minis. So we added one right at open because we were in that gap. But as it came down, I added another one. It's not a losing trade. We're still in the trade. I allow the market to trade in between my entry and my stop. So if we're going to come really close to the stop, why not add one and you're only risking 10 extra points with one extra mini, but the potential, the flip side, the reward is much higher by doing that. So, I'm happy with that. We just got a reaction off of it. Hey, McLovin. I'm going to close TopStep so I don't trade anymore on this. Because like I said the other day, I'm just trying to focus on getting one past, and then we will copy trade the others when that one's passed. Hank, good to see you. McLovin and Hank, you guys got another member with a rat egg, Zendy over here. Just joined. I haven't drawn out anything. I just have my 2 zones from yesterday. We came up and tapped the new day opening gap. Obviously, this trade doesn't really look like this setup is not working out, and that's why I'm not really taking them. But we got a reaction, and that's all I'm kind of looking for. I know you guys who are members, like, you guys have been supporting me for a long time. I mean, Zendy's newer, but like Hank and McLovin, I know, I don't think you guys joined only because I was doing the giveaway thing. Like, I don't think that at all. Like, I know you guys were actually supporting me. However, I just wanted to let you guys know where it was at right now. Since there's like, what, 3 of you here? That's like half of the members. Half of the members are all here, so I appreciate that, Hank. I just wanted to give you guys an update. That's all. Hank, you're not always here for the stream, so I figured I'd we'll just talk about it real quick. So I'm at a total of 589 for this month. And we still got we're only halfway through the month. So it's like just under $300. It's not a bad little giveaway, even if it stayed there. All right, we got to figure out what the hell the market's doing. We got sidetracked talking about stuff. Clearly have sell side. Look at the 5-minute. We got like a bunch of equal lows. Delta's only here for the hats. You're talking about the hats I'm wearing, right? Because I have not agreed to making any and giving any away yet. Yesterday, right at market close, we created equal lows and then came down. That wasn't really a liquidity grab. I quite literally have no idea where we're going today. This is a daily. Like, do we start retracing this candle? Do we make it back to like one of these order blocks on the daily? Do we continue higher? The fact that we came up and had this strong reaction off the daily volume imbalance would, I mean, I think that would tell me we start rolling over for a couple of days. Nope. I did joke. I think I told you guys like my sister has like some of the um cereals. 100 lot. Damn, bro. Didn't even know you were here. Appreciate that, man. I missed your stream the other day. I saw you went live. I was playing some video games and then I forgot to go back and watch it, but I think it looked like you're doing pretty damn good, so I'm happy to hear that. Hundred lot, he trades like a bunch of the trades Apex, I think ES mainly. I mean, it's in the name, and then I didn't know that people do this, but I believe Hundred Lot does this, and I've seen other people do it too now. I just didn't know it was like a thing that people do. You get just a bunch of accounts, just get them to payout levels and close them all. And if you do like 20 of them, you can take like a 20 grand payout and then move on to the next one. I guess I think, right? Is that correct? Kind of like what you go for instead of trying to keep an account forever. I mean, if you can get 20 accounts when they're on sale for, I don't know, under $500, I don't know what it costs. Um, I know you got to pay the the fee, but if you can get those all to like a 3,000 payout level, that's quite a lot of money if when you start stacking accounts. Okay. So when you do, so you won't take a payout if you just meet the threshold, right? Like you try to. I saw on Reddit somebody talking about just getting a bunch of accounts. Um, Instead of trying to make a lot of money on one, you just try to get to like a payout level and do that with like 20 accounts. And then you got 20, 30 grand depending on the size and stuff. Okay, gotcha. Keep like 1,500 or 2,000. I gotcha. I'm really trying to not focus on money right now, but it's very difficult to do that. But if I can prove to myself between now and the end of the year, so the next month and a half, and I know we have like holidays, so we got like some short sessions and short weeks, but where my head is at right now, um, yeah, 100 lot. I think that's what some people do. especially if you get like the 90% off. You buy 20, get them to that payout level, and then just close them off. I think that's what some people do. I don't know. I wanted to look at the news real quick. I know we had news at 8:30. Was that this run up? Yeah. Okay, that was that run up. We're still respecting this setup, but just kind of sketchy looking. So I mean, I have a full-time job. I work from home. My goal is to do this for a living, and instead of just quitting altogether and going all in, which adds a lot of stress, I think it would be best to do it in steps and just go part-time first for a few months and see how I like it, and just replace some of my income with trading. I thought I was going to be ready by the end of October, but I freaking blew that by having some tilty days. So right now, if I can show consistency with some of these accounts I'm about to be passing, we have this Apex account, this PA. If I can show consistency of like $100 to $200 a day average on that, and then just slowly increasing size on our AMP account, if I can show consistency with at least these two accounts through the end of the year, I think I would be confident enough to start thinking about going part-time next year, in the beginning of the year, January. But I need to prove to myself that I'm not going to have days where I give back like a week's worth of profits, because that's the only thing stopping me from doing this. I have plenty of green days, and those green days, I mean, the amount of money doesn't matter, because the amount of money is just based on your contract size. So if I can show that I can have more green days than red days, and that my red days are at least the same, if or smaller than my green ones, if my red are the same or smaller than my green ones, then if I can show that for like 2 months, then I think I'll be ready to start leaning more on the trading money. Yeah, I kind of want to try it too, 100 lot. I don't know if I would do like minis or trade micros though. But just aiming for like a couple points on like what I just did on that TopStep account. I just did over a $400 day right at the open real quick. I mean, I was risking, but on some of these setups, they should mostly work. So I shouldn't be hitting red trades that often, especially if I just get in and get out. So if I did that with 10 accounts, that would have been a $5,000 day with 10 accounts. That's insane. I mean, that could have put more pressure on me, and then maybe I wouldn't have taken the trade, but what are we doing? Why has this been happening lately? I was getting so frustrated yesterday when we just started, like, just that slow grind back and forth. I hate it. We have some Fed talking at 10:30. We have 4 Feds speaking today. It starts at 10:30. Home Builder Confidence Index. I don't know how important that is at 10, but I mean, we're waiting until 10 anyways on our AMP account. We need to wait till there. I bought early, right at market open on I switched over to a TopStep combine, and we had a low, high, lower, low, and then all this displacement past it. That's like a perfect setup in my opinion. It's like one of my favorite setups when we do this little thing, and then we come back into this gap. So I bought, and then on this way down, I bought a second one, and then just rode it up a little bit and got out for like 500. And I mean, it's still, I could have held it this whole time because my stop was beneath this low, but being up 470 on that combine, I was fine with just taking that. I have a daily goal in mind for full time trading? No, like the money. Like I'm not worried about the amount of money because I know that if I can just be consistent, I'm gonna have so much money I won't even know what to do with it. Yesterday we were just trading micros, very small size, and I was up. Or on our Apex account, we only traded 2 micros yesterday. So at 2 micros, I was up $120. It's like the lowest size you can go. So if the lowest amount of money I'm going to make is $100 a day, it's just going to go up from there. Damn, Delta, was all that just from the market open at 9:30? Jesus. Yeah, take a breath. Uh, I need to not take trades in this first 30 minutes, so I screwed myself. Yeah, luckily, I mean, we got out alive yesterday and in decent green on all my accounts, but I feel like that was luck. But I could have done some damage yesterday because I got pretty frustrated. I just have no clue what this wants to do. It's very difficult, Delta, to not focus on the money, but I'm trying to do that on this AMP accounts and this performance account with Apex. Like I paid the lifetime fee of this. This is just free money from here on out if I can just keep this account and slowly build it up. I don't need to make a certain amount on it every day. I just need to be consistent. And if I'm consistent and have good risk management, it should build up over time. I used to, if I focus on the money and want like a certain, like someone asked if I had a daily profit goal in mind, like if I focus on that, it messes with me too much. If I can't get to it, I get frustrated. If I get super close, I get frustrated. If I get halfway to the goal and then take a red trade and go backwards, that's like gonna just set me off. So now I come in, I have some rules. I need to wait until 10 for this account. If I see a setup, I take it. If I don't see a setup, I don't take it. And assuming I take a setup that meets my requirements, that's all. Like that's enough to um, make me feel successful for that day. Draw a box on the 7 a.m. candle on the 1 minute. What time frame? What what I can't remember, Delta. What are you trading on? What platform? Okay. Yeah, I mean, Zero is pretty in depth. I'm sure you can remove the money from everything. Yeah, I think this is gonna keep going higher. I like that move on the 15-minute looks good. The 5 minute looked really good. We made some lows, high, low, low, high, lower, low. Then we displaced above it. We came back and respected. We respected all this, and now we're going up. That could have been the move of the day, but oh well, we took our money on our TopStep, and I need to wait until after 10 to get an entry. And then the other thing that has helped me recently, which you guys have all heard me talk about it, but I used to be in the, I used to think I would just every day come in and trade one micro. And then as my account balance went up, then I would trade 2 micros. Then I would trade 3 micros on every trade. And that didn't work for me because it seemed like the trades that didn't work always happened to be larger moves. So just because the move was larger, now I'm giving back multiple winning trades from days before. And in my mind, I'm like, this isn't like my fault that the market was moving more. I'm just sticking with my same contract size that I do every day. I think it's more appropriate. I know I just said don't focus on the money, but you need to have a certain amount that you're willing to lose in money per trade. And that's helped me more. And yeah, Jones, I'm with you. I think this is definitely going to keep going. Yeah, the body's respected and in that gap, like on 15-minute and everything. But my trades this week, like I get in them and then I see how much I'm like I just add one micro at a time. If I'm risking like 40 bucks, I can add another one and risk 80. And that's about what I want to. I want to be risking around 100 per trade. That gives me a couple opportunities per day to take a winning trade. Man, we should have left that trade on, but I'm not. I don't normally do that. But when there's a pretty clear setup like that in pre-market and then opening right there, I liked that we did that. I just wasn't willing to trust it because I haven't traded it before. looking back there on the 11:30, 15-minute, 11:30. Oh yeah. I could see us reaching up into that because we haven't. This high did not reach it yet. So yeah, we could go up into that. Well, next time we have a setup like that form, the low high, lower low displacement, that's my favorite setup. Next time I see that form in pre-market and then we're opening up near the entry for that, I'm going all in. This is just one day. I messed up by watching the 1 minute. It was this looks like crap. Like this doesn't really look like anything here. But when you zoom out on like the 5 minute, like and Jones was saying, the bodies, look at how on the 5 minute, like all these bodies are staying up here near the high of the 5 minute high of the fair value gap. And then the wicks, like ICT says, the wicks are doing the damage, digging down. I should have been adding and just holding and waiting. But I did something a little bit out of my norm, so I have to be a little more cautious. And I think I did the right thing. Because had this not worked out, I would have been pissed that I was taking trades before 10. And then that could have easily carried over into my AMP account. Thanks, Jones. You seem like you got some good reads on the market. This isn't the first time I've seen this. I see it a lot, or I've seen it several times. After the fact, this is like the second or third time I've seen it happen live. I'm pretty sure every time those other one or two times I saw it, it worked out as well. So So next time, I think I'll be a little more confident in it, especially if it's a low high, lower low. Yeah, I got out way too early. I just looked for a reaction and just took like 400, 470 off of it. But obviously, look, I mean, we should have held on to that because I bought right at the open. I'll just open that back up. No, because I'm just trying to be pretty conservative with this TopStep account. So here it is. I bought right at open because we were at the fair value gap, and then we dipped down, which I did good by not being scared with that. I kept my stop at the low, and if this trade is going to work out, it's going to respect it, and it shouldn't. We have no reason to go take that low out. So when it came down, I added one, which brought my entry down, and then on the way back up, we got out. So I mean, it wasn't. You can clearly see we left a crap ton of points on the table. But 416. I thought we were closer to 500. We were hitting 500 when I was thinking about exiting, but I only want to aim for like 300 to 500 a day on this account. And it's weird. Like, had I caught this whole move, that would have been a lot more money, obviously. But then it starts to. No, this is an eval delta. They put you on sim accounts during evaluations. But this is like my actual like TopStep combine evaluation, whatever. We have to get to 53,000, I think. So we're almost halfway there. Even when you get a funded account with Apex or TopStep, you're still trading sim, and then they just pay you out of their profits until you do well enough, and eventually they will reach out to you and switch you to like a actual real live account with real money in it. But very few people make it there. But yeah, all the prop firms, you are just trading a sim account, and then they pay you from all the failed traders that didn't make it from those profits. I only bought these TopSteps because they were $11. Like, that's the only reason why I have them. Apex was pretty cheap as well. I don't know if you guys saw, but TopStep is doing like some like 1 month free, 1 month 70% off or something for Black Friday. But if you don't, only do it if you need an account. Don't just get it for the hell of it. You're not saving money if you weren't planning on buying one to begin with. I think most of you guys know that stuff, right? Got a little fair value gap here that we tapped right above NDOG. Just coming up, potentially just taking out liquidity above the high from 9-ish, right after the 8:30 news. So maybe we turn around. think shorting that would be, it's only like a 14-point stop. Now it's even less. It's just not super clear. I want a setup that's as clear as what we saw this morning right here. And sometimes they're sloppy like this. Got wicks everywhere, a little doji in there. But we do have new highs being made, and then a 1 minute fair value gap that did go beneath that low. Technically. Oh, nice 100 lot. That's why. See, I used to talk myself into trading things like this because it technically met my requirements, but it's ugly. I want nice, clear candles showing what the market wants to do. I need to look in, or some of you guys might know, but the fib retracements like this, we should be able to figure out how far this wants to go, right? Depending on some of this crap. I just don't know. I never used the what's the word I'm thinking of? The like to figure out the projection. I do like that 15-minute that Jones called out right there. Above a swing high. So there's liquidity resting above here, plus there's a fair value gap that broke structure. Fib extension, that's the word. I don't know the ones that we're supposed to use. There we go. High, low, higher, high, and displacing down. If we come back up here, I'm going to take that. That's what we were waiting. Nice big candles. Standard deviation. Do you know the ones that ICT uses? Am I saying your name right? Is it, do you pronounce it, or do you pronounce that many? I'm going to short this if we come back up to up in here. Well, if this candle okay, that candle closed. So if we come back up here, I'll short this. That's actually kind of close enough. We'll get into, so that's like $100. Get on the Apex account as well. I guess we just target the lows. If the market comes up back in here, I may add like one more to get a little bit better entry. But this meets everything. We made highs, made a low, made a higher high, and we displaced down. Like pretty clear candles. That, oh, look at, we also have some little, got a little SMT going on right here. Bet the house on this, right? we just wait. On the 1 minute, this move up makes me think that our target should be below. There's no like prominent, there's a couple swings, but I wouldn't think that there'd be a lot of liquidity resting beneath those swings. And that little fake out this morning, we got pretty close to the sell side that's already down there. So I guess we would target that. With Apex, if you pass, you have to pay for it within 2 days. With TopStep, I don't know what the time. I don't think you have to activate the TopStep accounts. I think you can save them if you want. I don't know what the time frame, the time limit is though on that. But Apex, when you pass, like that night, you get an email and it says you have to pay for it within 48 hours. I think they offer extensions, like if you email them and be like, hey, I just don't have the money right now, can I wait a couple days? I think they may do that, but I don't have experience with it, and I've never heard of anybody doing it, but I have seen on their support that you can email them and ask them. Underlot, what are you trading on? I guess you have some other accounts, right, besides your those 5 that are performance. Nice, McLovin. You took that setup that formed in that I was talking about, that pre-market setup, and then the entry at open. There's no confirmation yet that the price is bearish. For me, I have a bearish setup, so that's what I do. I wait for setups, and then when the setup forms, I take it. If it works, I make money. If it doesn't, we're going to give back $153 right now. Nice, McLovin. I just couldn't do it. Like I said, not on. Maybe if I was in a smaller position size, maybe I would have held, but I was kind of over leveraging on that account. But yeah, I do want to see price come back up into this gap a little more. It hasn't really. Now we've tapped it. Two market structure shifts. This was all I need. We ran up, made highs and near a point of interest. We made a low. We made a higher high. Then we displaced down past that market shift and structure. That's all I need, is that right there. Damn. So you're up. I assume you're up a decent amount now. Nice. Not that it's going to change my opinion on what's happening, but ES is right in a 1 minute fair value gap that kind of broke away from that order block on the 1 minute. So we'll see if that holds it or if we go through it. We got like a 2 minute one right there. Really want those lows. I think we can expect them. I mean, this setup happened at the new day opening gap and we displaced down. We were above it and we displaced down through it and all the way to below it. I mean, if that's not a clear setup. Here we go, boys. Nice 100. This is still pretty short term for me. I was in a 60-minute trade on Friday. We're just getting started. Remember where we got in at 10:09? Oh, we've only been in this for 9 minutes. Yeah, you gotta do what protects your emotions. That happened to me yesterday. I took a trade early morning, dropped a little bit. We came back to break even. I got out. As soon as I got out, then it dropped and ran to my target. And I was kind of pissed. Were you saying the last 9 minutes feels like at least 10 minutes? Nice delta. I mean, we got to hit the sell side, right? That was the whole point of that move this morning, is creating some more equal lows. Got a low there, low there, low there, a low back here. Under lot, it's in the name, brother. It's in the name. This is the hard part, though. I'm going to take one off. I'm thinking about just taking all of them off at this point. Because if we're not going to go to sell side, this would kind of be where we'd turn around in this order block. I can't. I tried to do it. Oh, we need to close this one. So I tried to hold longer, but it started to get to me. If if we were gonna be wrong on this trade, this is where we would turn around. So that's in my I'm trying to aim for highest probability targets. The fact that those candles stopped right there at OTE in an order block. If it's gonna go higher and stop us out, this is where it would turn around. So I would prefer to just get out there. It's not bad though. Especially I get in and then someone starts telling me this isn't bearish conditions. It's kind of tough to start holding on to trades when people start telling me I'm wrong, even though I try very hard to ignore everybody in the most loving way possible. I don't mean that rude, but if I have an analysis, I have to take my analysis, not your guys's. Because I mean, I'm trading to make money for myself, you know. So up 163, not too bad. We're just on the micros. We made a little more than what we put up for risk. I think it was 150, right? So basically 1-to-1. And I think we got out at the highest probability, which was that OTE. Because I mean, look at the reaction now. That would just start eating into our mental capital. We're coming right up into like a fair value gap though, so we very well could, just keep going. We know the market moves back and forth on its way to liquidity. However, I have to ask myself, we have displacement up, we have a 50% in OTE, and then we have sell side. Where is the highest probability that we're gonna turn around and be wrong on a particular trade? And the fact that we had that reaction at OTE, I got to just take that and get out. Thanks, 100 lot. Yeah, I mean, the money isn't that much, but I'm not worried about the money like I just said a minute ago, because once we start scaling up, we will freaking be rolling in the money. So I'm not worried about the money right now. I'm worried about getting consistency over these next couple months to show myself, to show my wife, to show other people that I can do this and I will do this for a living. I mean, we're doing it right now. We're on our way. I just need to get 2 months of showing consistency. And today marks another day down. After I show myself 2 months, I will feel comfortable enough to go part-time at my job. That's my goal right now, because my goal is not to make a lot of money trading. There's no doubt in my mind that I will make a lot of money in trading in the future, but my main goal with trading is to take time back for myself. And being forced to sit at a computer and work for 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, it's not how I want to spend my life. If I'm going to sit at a computer for 8 hours a day, I want to be doing something I want to do, which would be trading or like playing video games or something, not working for somebody else and making somebody else money. Thank you, Delta. Thank you. I appreciate it. Was this hard? Well, like, what was this hard? All I had to do was sit here and just wait for a setup that I recognize. It happened and it was clear. And I pointed out that I almost got into this. That one was not clear. We've got wicks all over the place. Did we displace past this swing low with force? No. We broke it. but we didn't displace past it. So we wait, and the market ran up, took out liquidity again, and then we have 2 displacement candles that went past a swing, and Ace, thank you. Prada, yeah. Uh, like we were talking about yesterday, you guys are just gonna have you guys got a tough strategy. It's definitely doable, and I think it's profitable, but you guys got to deal with a lot of red days and a lot of days where you just don't take trades. True Visions, if you just have this set to 1, like when I took that 1 off, I just came up here and bought 1, and that took 1 off. Or you can like click over here and buy 1 and let it hit there. 100 lot, yes. I'm fully in the whole ICT theory. I believe in it. There was that one day, I remember when you first started watching me, I I think you weren't sure that we were going to reverse, but I got into a short and it worked, and you were like, "Damn. Rat Lord might know what he's doing." Came back up into our 1 minute. Probably get the sell off now. But we took at least 1-to-1, and like I said, obviously we got out at the right time. Otherwise, we'd have to be dealing with this. And then the whole way up, we're thinking, why didn't we just take our money? Because now, what if we go get stopped out? That would be frustrating. But we very well could just be doing this. Then if that happens, then we start thinking, why didn't we just hold and trust the setup? We clearly need to go take out sell side, but I did what I had to do. And we're green. Green is good. I think green is everyone. I don't have to ask you guys what your favorite color is. I already know everyone's favorite color is green. Yeah, that. So we had all this displacement up, kind of. I mean, it was a little, we started off a little choppy, but we came back to close to OTE, and what is found right there? I honestly didn't see that earlier. I may have been able to exit closer towards the bottom, but I had it kind of zoomed out, so that's a lot harder to see. But you can't tell me ICT doesn't work and then look at what the market's doing. Look at where it turns around at. It turns around at these inefficiencies. Oh, yeah. Sure. Let me get that. I think the link I keep posting, I think that link expires, so I need to change that so it stays open longer. But maybe one day we'll just shut it down or shut down the invites so no more people can come in. There goes Andy. I'm looking forward to getting to know you. We need to block out the riffraff. We have I think everyone can agree we have a pretty good group of people right now. I think we need to be selective of who we let in, who we let into the Rat Lord Kingdom. I'm so freaking stupid. I can't believe that I'm taking a name that I use for video games and I'm just running with it on trading. It has nothing to do with trading whatsoever. All right, that gap is now basically closed. Let's see if it stays respected. Plus, that was back at OTE of this move. Damn, look at that reaction. Entering now, I would just be, you got this fair value gap we got to get through. This is where like daily bias comes into play. Are we expecting the market to keep moving down? Are you double dipping Delta? Knives, what's up? You missed it. You missed it. Nice Delta. I wouldn't know where to hold for this one though. I don't like when you start getting more price action in between your entry. But this is definitely still a valid setup in my opinion. It's going pretty damn good, Knives. We had a setup at open that I didn't risk my AMP account because I don't normally take trades at open and we're supposed to wait till 10. Took it on the TopStep account. We longed in this mess because of a higher time frame setup. We took a few points. It was just a scalp. So it took some money on the TopStep account and then it kept running. So we were obviously clearly right with that setup. And then we waited. We waited for a setup, shorted up here, had the drop and got out, but it's still respecting that setup we pointed out. And we could have entered again. It looks like we may actually get the sell off now. I don't know where Tyler is, Andy. I haven't heard. I didn't see him in the Discord this morning either. He's usually talking in there in the mornings. Maybe he couldn't. Maybe he got busy at work today and couldn't trade. Look at this, Delta. Are you holding? I mean, this for sure goes towards sell side now. Yeah, I mean, there's no reason for it to turn around in this. I mean, we're gonna attack sell side eventually, shortly, very shortly. So when I get in this setup, we freaking go down and come up and but when I don't get in, then we just tank. Hank, what did you, stopped out in the red, stopped out in the green? Oh, 100 lot. You want to see my rat layer? Made this on I made this on like some generative AI stuff. There's my rat layer right there. Got a nice little trading setup going on right here. Couple rats in the back. Nice little comfy couch. High, low, higher, high, displaced down. We could come up to here and then keep going, but we're gonna go down. Dogs don't like the rat's knives, so they can't go down into the rat layer. I like it cold delta. That was the whole reason I moved out of Florida into Tennessee was for cold weather. So no, no, Tyler's in Ohio. Probably because when Tyler was saying Ohio, I was saying I was close to him, which I mean I'm technically just like a day's drive to Ohio. I'm if you look at a map, or if I guess I could just pull it up. I need to pull it up so there's nothing marked though. So here's Tennessee. I'm up in this corner. So I'm just like a few minutes from North Carolina, the mountains in North Carolina, like Asheville and stuff. Just a few minutes from Virginia. Like we go to Virginia often because we're only like 20, 30 minutes from there. Pretty close to like Kentucky and stuff. It's a nice central location being in this area. The weather is relatively mild too. But on this vacation that we just took, um, this vacation that we just took, we were over in Utah right here, right on the border of Arizona. We flew into Vegas and drove in here, and I fell in love with that area. So my goal is within a year to we should be trading full time. We should be scaled up enough to where we can do whatever the hell we want and then move over here. I just love that like desert. I know I just said I like the cold, but I loved that area. Plus, you're just a couple hours from northern Utah, probably a day's drive over to like the mountains and like Colorado and stuff. And my wife and I both have like childhood best friends that live in Colorado there, so it's a good location. I loved that though. That's where I want to go. This could still hold. Like I said, I we could still come up to that order block. I'm 35. I'm too old, and I'm older than I look. which I mean is a good thing. When I was younger, it sucked because when I was younger, I looked way younger. So in my 20s, everyone thought I was like a teenager. I think it plays in my favor now that I'm in my mid 30s. Yes, I know. I'm in my mid 30s. I've been married for 11 years now. We're going. We're also, I can almost guarantee you that we're going to hit 780 because that's 100 points from our entry. And that's what we do on this channel. We get out of trades before we hit 100 points. But we would have had to deal with it going this far and then all the way back into the red and then the drop. That would have been a bit scary. Yeah, the computer screen radiation is like a skin treatment, I guess. But sitting at a computer screen keeps you out of the sun, so I know the sun ages you. Maybe we're not going to go to 100 points. Maybe we're just grabbing sell side and now we rip up. And I'm super proud of that trade. I know it's not up to us. Like this very well could have not worked, but that would just mean that's just a probability. We didn't do anything wrong. I did exactly what I was supposed to do. I waited until 10 and then waited for a good clear entry, because this first fair value gap was not clear. Thanks, man. I'm not sure where you get your glasses from, but these glasses were super cheap because I buy my glasses from Zenny. Not a sponsor. This isn't an affiliate or anything like that. But this site has like the cheapest glasses. I don't even bother going like through insurance or anything. And they have they have decent glasses and stuff, but look how cheap they are. I mean, you pay a little extra to get like lenses, and if you want like um, anything added to them, but they start off really cheap on here, and they come. I think they're based in Canada, and they come pretty quick. So like for $60, I bought these and a pair of sunglass prescriptions for $60. You can't beat that for two. I just don't know where they're offered and where you live. So Southside has been taken out now. Now it's just a matter of waiting for the market to print some candles and print some time to kind of decide where it wants to go now. But any move up, I would be nervous of longing because it could be turning around in any of these fair value gaps. Oh, for sure, man. Check out Zenny. Super cheap. And then there's another website too I used to buy from, but I just switched to Zenny. I think I just like the glasses on Zenny there, but this other website is kind of the same thing. Plus they give you like discounts for like new people and stuff. I buy direct. That's a cheap one too. And then Zenny Optical. So between these two, you can find some cheap glasses. How many points was that? We averaged around here, so we'll say like 83-ish was our average entry. No, 81. Let's just say 80. And then we got out around 55. So 20. Oh, it was only like 25. Yeah, I'm fine with it. It's a pretty small risk trade, so Zendy Optical. Is that your business? Is that Oh, you're just saying because it sounds like Zenny. I was gonna Google it and see if that was real. Thank you. I'm a fan of it too. I really wanted sell side, but after the week I had last week, I wouldn't have been able to handle this move back up. Yeah, I had to get out. Sure, we could have squeezed more points out, but or we could have done what Alito says, and that's just cycle the trade, get out, and then once we see it still respecting, take another short and at least short it up here and at least get out in this fair value gap. Or once it hits here, move it to some thing. I don't know. Zendy, yes, looking forward to talking to you. You have a good one. Thanks for joining again, and we'll be talking. I think I'm gonna about wrap it up. I mean, I'm not planning on taking anything. I'm very satisfied with this. What's important though is that if this didn't work out, I'd be just as satisfied that I waited until 10, waited for a setup, and then executed on the setup. Like that's my plan. If the trade works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. That's not my fault. That's not my problem. Like I didn't do anything wrong. All I can control is how I feel about it. And I bet a short right there probably works too. That looks about 50%. Body's kind of respecting 50%. But I don't like allowing myself too many trades because then I don't know when to stop and I start giving back too much. So if I have strict rules and wait for clear setups, then I can limit my emotions and limit my losses. All right, guys. 100 lot, you have a good one. Everyone else, it sounds like everyone, at least who was talking in here, did pretty good, like following rules and stuff, I think. Delta, I know you got a little carried away there at the market open, but I think you double dipped on this trade and did pretty good on it. You guys have a great rest of your day. If you guys are in the Discord, we can chat throughout the day. If not, we'll see you all in the morning, same time. Hank, you have a great one. Talk to you guys later.